She runs one of the most innovative market research, documentary production and media monitoring companies in Lusaka.
There's no company in Zambia that has that capability of integrating insights from media monitoring and audience measurement.
With footprints all across East and Southern Africa.
We also operate in Malawi, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Alice Nanga's meteoric rise in Zambia's media research space and the challenges she overcame.
I was ready to quit because it was a new environment.
This as Kenya Airways continues their domination of the region.
We can get into Nairobi 13 times in a week. It's the highest for any other airline from out of Zambia.
Yes, today's show is all about a budding businesswoman building brands beyond borders while breaking barriers. It is a pleasure to have you on today's episode of Daring Abroad. Let's start the show.
It's a gloomy Wednesday morning in Lusaka when we arrive at one of Zambia's fast-rising market research, documentary production and media monitoring facilities. Welcome to BrandComm. Started by Kenyan-born Alice Nanga, BrandComm is the go-to place for anyone seeking information on consumer patterns in the region.
Market research, that's interesting. It's simply market intelligence, where we go out there, speak to consumers of various brands and products, support our clients in conducting market feasibility studies if they want to launch a new product or a new service, speak to their customers on how satisfied are they with their services and where they can improve.
Good morning, my name is Chams. I'm calling you from BrandComm.
When one advertises a brand, a product using radio, TV or print media, and you want to appreciate the value of the advertisement you've placed out there, first of all, you may need to want to verify, did your advertisement run when it was supposed to run? That's the beginning point. And then secondly, which audience am I talking to? Did I book my advertisement at the right place where I have my audience profile? That is what we do. We help you find the right spot to put your advertisement by way of giving you the audience measurement data that helps you know exactly where your audience are given a time spot, either on TV, radio, and when it comes to print, which print title to use, whether you should use the back page or the front page, and so forth. Including digital media, we are able to tell you the efficacy of your digital media strategy in terms of the audience reached, the sentiment analysis, and how you should reposition your brand on the digital platform should you not be speaking in a way that makes your brand appealing to the population.
Yes, Alice is all about breaking down complex statistics and ideological sequences into palatable data.
We at BrandComm help our clients understand who their customers are. That is more like we get customer perceptions on behalf of our clients to help them reposition or position their brand in a manner likely that would attract customers. We get feedback from their customers. We help new products launch in the market by doing product tests. We've done a couple of these, for example, for beer companies, where we actually call beer drinkers and ask them to test various variants for a given brand to give us the test that they prefer to allow new product launches. So we do help clients with marketing strategies, with the full 5 P's of marketing being taken into consideration.
This is BrandComm's 7th year in operation, having been incorporated in 2018. In that time, Alice and company have been able to make a respectable name for themselves.
BrandComm stands out as being the most innovative research company, especially in the media space. where not only do we provide media monitoring, but we are able to integrate media monitoring with audience measurement. There's no company in Zambia that has that capability of integrating insights from media monitoring and audience measurement. We stand out on that. Not only that, when it comes to market research, we have the capacity to carry out telephonic interviews for a very big sample, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 plus. Our clients include fast-moving consumer goods companies, which include banks, the telecommunication companies, like the likes of Airtel, MTN. It also includes NGOs, DMI, Development Media International. It includes UNICEF, whom we've been in a long-term relationship with. It includes Media E. Media E, the company that does educational program series to educate farmers on issues related to climate change. And we work for them not just in Zambia, but also in Uganda. We started off by operating in Zambia, but then we realized there's a need for expanding our services to our neighboring countries. So we also operate in Malawi, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and of course, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Quite impressive. Now, a bit about Alice. She was born and raised in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, where she did her schooling. She attended State House Girls for her A-levels before joining the University of Nairobi for her undergrad in sociology. Upon graduating in 1994, she joined Dataline as a research executive before moving to the Stedman Group.
I was there for about 11, 12 years, working in different positions. I went there as a qualitative research manager. By the time I was leaving, I was a research manager, head of qualitative.
This career move is what led her here. Her work ethic and professionalism resulted in Mr. Roger Stedman assigning her as country director in Zambia. This was back in the early 2000s.
I recall when he posted me to Zambia, within the first 2-3 months, I was ready to quit because it was a new environment. I don't know what to do. So I was guided, but now I'm being thrown into a journey of managing a business as a country head, while before I was being managed by other people. So when I made that call to him and told him, Mr. Roger, I feel I want to come back. And he mentioned, tell me, you know what? You need to think like an entrepreneur. You need to manage that business as an entrepreneur.
Profound words that remained with Alice and that inevitably inspired her to starting her own outfit.
After so many years of being employed, with the skills that I acquired, with the confidence that I now had as an entrepreneur, and of course, when age started catching up, I felt there's a need for me to venture into my own business. And I saw there were a lot of opportunities for the same business in terms of client potential. And not only that, I've always had a passion to mentor researchers. I saw also that as an opportunity to grow and groom other people within my own outfit. So it is easy to register a company here as long as you have the right paperwork. And some of the paperwork we are looking at, for example, if you're coming in as an investor, do you have the minimum capital required for you to become an investor? If you're coming into partnership with one of the local Zambians, usually it's easier, of course, to register even partnership with a local Zambian. It's also cheaper for you that way, as opposed to when you come in as a sole investor, where I think you need about $250,000 for you to come in as an investor solely on yourself. But in terms of the processes of getting registered, fairly straightforward.
In addition to this, Alice says another big plus for Zambia is its manpower.
The backbone of any business has everything to do with a team of people who support you to do all this. Market research is all about people. So we have a team of 15 people, and these are the ones who are on permanent basis with us. But from time to time, when you come here, sometimes the house is crazy. We could be having 100 people around here. And the 100 would more come to the back, would be coming from the backbone of the people who support us in data collection. So we do have a team dedicated to media monitoring. We do have a team dedicated to market research and social research. And of course, we have the backbone that supports our operation, which is account and admin that help us manage the business on a day-to-day basis. Within the research team, the data collectors, we have data collectors who actually go out there across all the provinces, and not just here in Zambia, but also in other markets where we work. We have a database of more than 200, and we can accommodate any project as big as it is. We also have data collectors who collect data using telephone interviews, which is becoming increasingly popular because with the penetration of mobile phone nowadays, most clients are opting to do telephone surveys because it's most cost effective.
Working with Alice, it's great. She's the best boss you could ever work with. Why? Because she's not just a boss. She leads us. She trains us. At the time when I was joining the company, I wasn't a business development person. I wasn't a client service person. But now I've learned on how to do with clients. Other than that, I have developed my report writing skills. I tell you, I can write a report right now. Yeah. Before, I just came, I was just working with a team, but now I go as far as analyzing report writing.
She's a darling. She's a very great person, and she has been very instrumental in my growth, professionally and personally. Culture does play a very, very serious role in inculcating different morals and drive. Yeah, she seems like a very driven person. She is a very driven person. I feel like her background, from what she's shared with us, has actually impacted her to also impact us, and that's something we find very commendable.
It is evident that since arriving in Zambia, Alice has been able to create a well-oiled machine, a feat that she says requires great fortitude and resilience.
Just like any other business, there are challenges, but I love challenges because challenges makes an organization better. It makes me a better person. For example, just last year we had a bit of load shedding, which from around September affecting business operations. Close to 7 hours where I would go without electricity, and apparently most of those 7 hours used to be during the working hours. And our business being purely a technology-based business, the need for electricity is a must. Of course, we've had to do a lot of investments where now we've gone into the green energy. We have solar that supports our business. And why I say challenges are good, because of that load shedding challenge, we've moved to green energy. Green energy is a good thing. We are trying to manage climate change in the long run. It might have been expensive, but it was a sacrifice that was worth it. Of course, other challenges is the cost of operations, which are slightly on the high side. This country is very expansive in terms of the total geographic coverage, and at times we have to go really long distances when we are doing face-to-face interviews with our clients. It takes a lot of transportation costs, hiring vehicles. Sometimes the terrain is not so good in terms of the road network. And of course, the suppliers, we hire cars when we are taking our researchers out to collect data. Of course, the suppliers tend to overcharge because of the long distances. Fuel is very expensive at the same time. So, and of course, we are cognizant of the fact that some clients are not so ready to pay the premium rate to help us mitigate on the cost of operation. So at times the profit margins are not as good because we have to take each other's needs into consideration, the budgets the client has and the cost of operation.
But through it all, the State House Girls alumna remains committed to her passion of seeing brands transform and meeting their growth objectives. This is what warms her heart, and from her years of daring here, this is what she's learned.
For a Kenyan who wishes to invest in Zambia, I would tell them, when you come, first of all, be patient with yourself. Study the market. Understand the people and their culture, because you might have a great service, you might have a great product, but it must adapt to the needs of the people, both from a consumption need and from a cultural perspective. Be patient with yourself. You can't expect to launch the first 2-3 years and you have a success. Give yourself some time to let your product or your brand grow.
So, for anyone looking to have a footprint in Zambia, why not consider BrandComm and make sure to name drop Chams Media for a good deal. And that's daring abroad.
Now that is the exact definition of daring abroad. Congratulations to Alice and all she has been able to achieve in Zambia. Now, while we're on the topic of Zambia, we've heard that KQ, our national carrier, is there and representing the 254. And here is how.
My name is Joyce Mcharo, and I'm the country manager for Kenya Airways, based here in Zambia. We have 13 frequencies in a week. That means we fly 13 times. Some days we have 2 frequencies, some days we have 3, and the odd day we have 1. So all those come from Nairobi and then go back to Nairobi. So right now we're running quite a number of promotional fairs into Nairobi itself, into Entebbe, into Dar es Salaam, into Guangzhou, into Dubai, into London. So it's a study that we do, and we know we need to offer this to remain competitive. So yes, we are running quite a number of promotions, and we keep reviewing them so that we keep enticing our customers to come back to us. We are not the pride of Africa for nothing. We're the pride of Africa for a reason. We've made Africa proud, and the reason we've made Africa proud is because our passengers have given us feedback. On board, I want to believe we have some of the best crew. Friendly, good, warm, African hospitality. That's how you define Kenya Airways. But not only that, we also have a very good baggage policy. You board and you can check in your 2 bags, whether you're in business class, has a higher allowance. Economy is 23 kilos for 2 pieces. So passengers find it easy to say, you know, I can travel. We have a segment we call VFR. VFR is really family and friends who are traveling. So they enjoy the fact that, you know, you can carry your baggage, you can carry gifts from whichever point of the world and just carry it to your family. And then traders, the same thing, because we have a lot of traders that opt to fly with Kenya Airways because of our baggage policy, which is very friendly to quite a number of our passengers. So it helps, it makes people happy. And then we have very many Kenyans who are still patronizing our airline, and we're really, really grateful to them and the support that they give us. But not only that, I mean, all over Africa, when you go, there's that pride that you see in people that, yeah, this is Kenya Airways, the real pride of Africa. So we're truly happy about that and thankful to all our passengers for that support. We fly 13 times in a week. You can choose to fly from Monday to Monday. The flights are readily available. We have competitive fares. We have friendly staff. But beyond that, Zambia is a beautiful country. Yeah, come and see it. It's beautiful, beautiful parks, beautiful people. There's a lot to do in this country. So all are welcome to visit Zambia. Consider KQ, fly KQ. We're here for you, we're here to serve you.
And that's how we wrap things up on today's episode. Many thanks for watching. It is always a pleasure hanging out with you. For us here at Chams Media, we say thank you so much for tuning in, and let's do this again next time.